During our 6-month-long investigation, we discovered this increased federal deportation effort has become big business, costing taxpayers billions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of those dollars end up here in Louisiana, tens of millions in Alexandria alone. Some people say that's a huge benefit for our area, while others argue those dollars come with a cost.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars.
In May, state and local dignitaries gathered inside Alexandria Airport's community center. Brought together to celebrate landing a $3.6 billion investment by Applied Digital Corporation. Applied Digital promising it will employ more than 400 people at a new artificial intelligence factory campus that it's building in Rapides Parish.
To the people of Central Louisiana, this is the investment that we promised you.
Even as they sang patriotic songs and gave prayers of thanks inside the dry community center, only a couple of hundred yards away in the rain, on the airport's tarmac, ICE agents loaded and unloaded men, women, and children from airplanes and buses. The line of handcuffed and shackled people, a part of an expanding effort by the current administration to deport 1 million people a year. Earlier this month, the president signed a bill into law that gives the deportation effort a $70 billion boost for the remainder of his time in the White House.
It's become big business here, deportation.
Omero Lopez served as an appellate immigration judge based in Washington, D.C., until President Trump fired him.
Here we call it Louisiana lockup, because what does Louisiana have to offer? Prison, a place where to lock people up. Even the language we use, even the language that our leaders use is about what we're promoting, what we do, what we give, what we set out to the world is locking people up.
Some might say that's a black eye to this state.
I agree it's a black eye. I don't think that necessarily our leaders view it as such.
We have to generate our own revenues. We operate off of user fees and leases, lease agreements.
Ralph Hennessy is executive director of the England Economic and Industrial Development District, the EEIDD, which owns and runs Alexandria Airport.
So what are our primary businesses? A lot of government work out here. The Department of Defense is probably our +1 tenant. They lease a couple hundred acres from us, but they've also invested quite a bit of money out here to the tune of $50+ million over the years.
Since 2014, it's not just been the Department of Defense. Homeland Security and ICE have become big tenants here. Hennessy admits that ICE activity in and out of this airport has increased dramatically during the last 6 months. The agency using a number of private companies with names like Global X, CSI Aviation, Omni Air International, Eastern Air Express, Bighorn Airways, Denver Air Connection, and the GEO Group, all with contracts with the federal government for deportation operations.
So they have contracts with the federal government where they contract to house illegal immigrants. Those people are going to be deported. It's a business. You know, we're in business to make money and create jobs. So the GEO Group initially was, 200 jobs or so over there. And you've got to look at, again, it supports a number of 7 to 8 prisons around the region, right, that flow through here. But it's also supporting other places around the country because they're going to move their prisoners from other places around the country. It funnels.
Finding exactly how much of your federal tax dollars goes to specific DHS and ICE operations here in Louisiana, especially at Alexandria Airport, can be difficult. Many of the publicly available documents from the federal government are redacted, blacked out when it comes to spelling out exactly how much money the government sends to Alexandria and Louisiana for its deportation operations.
So how much money overall since this started in 2014 has England Airport Authority, or EEIDD, obtained through DHS/ICE doing this, roughly?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
In the tens of millions.
Well, yeah, he's more than that, yeah.
Digging through hundreds of public documents, the WBRZ investigative unit was able to add up an estimate of how much money the airport makes from this movement of people, including leases, fuel taxes, and landing fees. We calculated England Air Park received at least $6.2 million in the last year alone, just on ICE air operations. That doesn't include other leases currently under negotiation with the federal government, and a $12 million commitment to improve and build new construction by one of those private contractors, the GEO Group. The federal government also awarded more than $19 million for improvements at the airport. When we shared our calculations with them, airport officials did not dispute those numbers.
Got to happen somewhere. I mean, what?
I told you, everyone's entitled to their opinion. In this case, the state of Louisiana says this is a permissible business that can be here. My board has said, okay, we're good with this. They've approved the leases. They've approved the operating permits. And therefore, that's one of the businesses. We can't ignore the fiduciary responsibility that we have.
Delta, American, and United Airlines all serve this airport, but according to the FAA, Alexandria sees less than half the commercial passenger traffic of Baton Rouge, and less than 4% of the traffic New Orleans sees. Hennessy says it's incumbent on him and his board to raise enough money to keep the airport and its surrounding community going.
Like I tell people, if you're not happy with that type of activity, then take that up with the federal government, because they set the policy. They're the ones that give the contracts. We're just the location of where it happened.
It's just wrong.
That's precisely what bothers 6th District Representative Cleo Fields, who represents parts of Alexandria and Baton Rouge in Congress.
If it was done the right way, I would feel better about it. But it's not. It's just picking people up, putting them on planes, and taking them to places they've never been. How humane is that?
Instead of talking about our beauty, our culture, our wildlife, our fisheries, our history, we want to be known for this? I don't think so. It's not a good look.
Congressman Troy Carter represents Louisiana's 2nd District, including New Orleans, Plaquemine, and Iberville.
It's really a shame that our great state has become the face of such a misuse of power, such a strategic misuse of power, sending some 4,000 flights into a small Louisiana airport.
In just 6 months.
In just 6 months. And rack up the dollars of how much that's costing to move people from one end of the earth to our great state, Louisiana.
We're getting hundreds of millions of dollars. What's wrong with that?
We can find other ways to do that. We have Mardi Gras, we have New Orleans, we have history, we have culture, we have wars that were fought here. We've got the Mississippi River, the lifeblood of the country. And you're telling me we can't come up with something else, and instead we've got to create more cages to lock people up in?
So we put that exact question directly to Governor Jeff Landry in Alexandria.
This is transformational. This is generational.
The governor celebrating landing billions in high-tech money while still supporting a different but still lucrative money-making operation happening just steps away.
Governor, one other question. We're right here, the center of the ICE deportation at this airport. Mm-hmm. There are those who say we need more things like you just announced, not more things like that, which rely on moving people around, both domestically and internationally. What would you say to those critics?
Well, what I would tell you, what I would say is that thank God for that ICE deportation facility for all these years until we got to opportunities like that. Remember, things like this don't happen in a vacuum. They happen because we've worked to build economic progress, and every economic project actually builds upon another one. So what I would tell them is that these are people that consistently want to look for rain when there's plenty of sunshine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We tried to ask the White House and to talk to other U.S. representatives from Louisiana about all this, including both sitting U.S. senators. None of them responded to our request for an interview or comment, good or bad, about the growing ICE presence in our backyard. I'm Stephen Stock, WBRZ News 2.
Stephen, thank you.